Bay Area, home to the Bay Bridge, the San Francisco Giants, and many other attractions, as well as 7 million people all living within 101 cities and 9 counties. With an abundance of people grouped within one area, one might wonder, is there enough space for everyone? And if so, what is the effect of having such limited space for so many residents within a compact city such as the Bay Area?
I live in East North Oakland. I've been here for about 2 years.
I moved to the Bay Area, or to California, when I was 5, and I've lived in Oakland since I started school here.
I live out in Antioch right now, and I have to commute to work because there's no way I can afford to live in Oakland. 7 years ago, I could have gotten a 2-bedroom apartment with my pay rate. Now I can't even afford a 1-bedroom.
After catching up with a few students and long-term residents, we asked them what the cost of living is and how difficult it was for them to find housing.
People are telling me, like, when I came here, $1,200 for a studio was like high. And over the past 2 years, people are like, wow, you're lucky, which is a kind of a crazy situation because I moved from Reno, where rent for a 3-bedroom is $700 a month.
I make basically a bare minimum to even live out in Antioch, which is the cheapest part of the Bay.
I live at home, but I want to live away from home, but I can't because it's so expensive.
I just wish there was some way to both lower rent prices and also help other people in need of housing at the same time. And especially for students, I think. We are very busy people and not all of us can afford to work while we're studying.
I hear stories about people trying to find places. I've seen students who are actually, they bought mobile homes almost. Price range wise, I felt like it was worth to go a little, like maybe like $400, $500 a month over what I exactly went for security.
Considering the struggle of finding affordable housing in the Bay Area, one would assume that the neighborhoods themselves would at least be safe, right?
We've had a couple break-ins in the last few months, which is definitely a downside, and cars have been getting broken into. But a lot of the people that are around that neighborhood have been living there for a while, so we try and look out for each other.
It was hard at the beginning because you'd go to apartment complexes that have security guards with guns, and you're like, if they need that, it's going to be a weird experience, you know, and it's not going to be fun walking around outside. But we found this lady who was looking for a place, and I think I got really lucky.
The previous place, there have actually been a lot of complaints about her. She kind of takes advantage of the fact that a lot of students try and live where her building is. That's the whole reason we moved out of there, because my primary roommate was leaving, and she said that she was going to raise the rent by $1,000.
Well, they raise the rent once a year. I remember looking into how the Oakland rent control policy, and if you've been living in a specific place for a certain amount of time, I'm not too sure about that part, but they can only raise the rent 3% once a year. So they definitely do that, but there's nothing else that they can do aside from that, unless a tenant that's been there for a long time moves out, and then they can increase the rent.
Well, what can actually be done about this?
There should just be a regulation of what you can charge for a specific place. It can't be you can charge whatever because it's Oakland, you know? For a shitty 1-bedroom studio with no kitchen or bathroom, it shouldn't be $900. That's just ridiculous.